Good morning, Whiteside. It's Miss Phillips here again. It's Tuesday, March 24th. Today our topic is population dynamics. So just kind of a quick review. Remember, if we're looking at those levels of organization, we can carry them all the way through into the biosphere. And at the population level, you're looking at groups of organisms. Specifically how those organisms interact together. All ecosystems have what's known as a carrying capacity, which is it is the maximum number of organisms that it can support, so that the community is stable. It's then considered a climax community. You have good biodiversity, and there's a nice kind of balance in the relationships going on in an ecosystem. The biggest things that affect carrying capacity and the populations within an ecosystem would be competition, predation, parasitism, disease, weather changes, season changes, human activity, and then natural disasters. So on Google Classroom, I have a video link for you about Yellowstone Park and how the wolves changed the park. There was a period of time where they removed the wolves from the ecosystem, and it dramatically affected even how the rivers were flowing. They introduced them back, and it created a more stable community. So if you check out that video, I think you'll find some information that you like there. If you're bored and you want to play kind of a quick game that looks at population dynamics, we can look at it from the predator-prey relationship. All you need is paper. Cut some 1-inch squares, and then cut roughly a 2 to 3-inch square. This will serve as your prey. This will serve as your predator. And then find just kind of a nice empty space where you can lay out your ecosystem. You do as many rounds as you like. What you should see as you go through the rounds, that the number of prey and the number of predators increases and decreases. So initially you're going to start with 5 prey, and you're going to start with 1 predator. Okay. In order for this predator to survive and reproduce, it has to first of all have a mate, and then it also has to capture 3 pieces of your prey. So kind of scatter everything out in your area, sorry about that, like I did here, and throw out your predator. So my predator did not catch anything. This predator is dead. My prey are now able to reproduce, so I can scatter 5 more prey out into my ecosystem. Just to kind of get an idea of how populations work, we're going to pretend we now have a new predator who has moved back into the ecosystem since our first one died. Throw it out. I'm going to manipulate it a little bit just for teaching purposes. So this predator has now captured 3 pieces of prey. So I'm going to remove these pieces of prey. Okay, they have died off. The other 7 are going to reproduce. So I'll add 7 more back in. Those got stuck together. I think that's 7. And then I'm also going to add in another predator now. Okay, so now I should have 14 pieces of prey and 2 predators. And you can spread these out because in a natural ecosystem, oftentimes they are going to be pretty spread out. And then you throw your cards in again and see what they capture. If they capture at least 2, you can have them survive. But if they have to capture 3 to be able to reproduce. And keep changing out the number of prey and the number of predators as you go through the different rounds. And what you should see over time, you should see an increase of prey leads to an increase of predators, but eventually you have so many predators that the prey are overeaten, so you have a big drop in the prey, followed by a big drop in the predators. And one growth curve kind of follows the other, and that's that relationship or that interaction between the predators and prey of in an ecosystem. But this is a great way to look at how populations can change and how populations can fluctuate. So give it a try. The other thing I had up there for you was to look at some webcams in Yellowstone. I pulled some up today. It's pretty snowy there. I don't know that you're going to see a lot of animal life. That's okay. So if you want to play this game and let me know what happens, you can do that instead of those webcams. I hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye.